man, oh man, the feedback I got from yesterday's show. Whoo, baby. If you missed it, check out the archive. I was blowing some fire. I was spitting I was spitting. I was blowing. I was breathing. I was snorting. I was doing everything. Everybody can hear me saying hi to Anthony Davis. I hear and see you. Yes, yes, Anthony. Thank you. I'm doing something a little bit different. Oh, I got to shove this down my thing here. Okay, here we go. Just shove that. Okay. So I was going to wear the hat, but the hat doesn't look too good. You see? That, it kind of looks kind of cool. I just need to get a bigger hat. I look like a friggin' Klingon, don't I? Yeah, that's it. That's right. That's my new look. The hat over the headphones. The hat over the headphones. Okay, Instagram Live. Are you checking in with us pretty good? Mark Jabella. Mark Jabella is checking in. Also, Veronica Machivo. And I got to make sure I get the trusty glass out to make sure that, yes, Veronica Marchivo. I like that. And Mark Jabella. Yes, all right. So we do have that together, and everything's good to go. Yes, I do need to turn down this phone here because, as you know, what always happens when I am on the air and everywhere from the community to the world, what always happens is somebody calls me. So I'm on habit. I'm turning off the Note 4. Yes, I do kind of look like Peter Tork, don't I? Okay, let's get the show going here because we got a lot to talk about today. Today is Real Estate Wednesday, and you know what I do on Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, I'm spitting fire, right? And pointing my point, fingering my finger, yelling and screaming, ranting and raving, pounding my chest. I feel like a silverback gorilla on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday now, now that I kind of soften everybody up and beat them up, I got to give them some money. That's what I got to do. I got to figure out helping folks get some money, right? So because, if we're all very wealthy and we're wealthy elites, then, we don't have to worry about anything. We can go to our islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and fly in on our seaplane and land and have a boat come out and pick us up and take us to those white beaches. Yes. No, I didn't say white beaches. Did I say? Yeah, well, I was thinking of something and something else came out of my mouth. You see, that happens to me sometimes when I think about things, and sometimes things come out my mouth that shouldn't come out my mouth. Okay, saying hi. Let me see. Anthony Davis wants me to know, did you get to check out web series Friends? Yeah, I'm looking at it. Let me see. Let's give Anthony Davis some love here. Facebook.com/groups/web series Friends. REF equals bookmarks. Okay, question mark REF equals bookmarks. We'll check that out and get that going for you. Also saying hi to Dennis Jenkins. Dennis Jenkins, thanks out for having us on, Dennis Jenkins. There's my real estate card, everybody. I like to show that off every now and then. That's right. And how they do it in China. When you give a real estate card or a business card to a Chinese investor, you must go like this and bow down. But like Bruce Lee always says, never take your eye off the project, right? And smile. That's how you do, just like this, right? Very respectful, right? And then they do the same thing, and you exchange business cards. And so here's my business card. Yeah, okay. I'm showing it off because it's Real Estate Wednesday. We're talking about loans and real estate. We're talking about finance. We're talking about business and economics. Yes. And we're talking about getting a job for you. I've got a job for you. It's a good paying job. Almost $1,500 a week, and anybody can do it. Check it out, guys, on Instagram Live. There's my business card, okay? Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero Broker. Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero Broker. /Jesse Terrero Broker. Okay, yes. Shamelessly, I'm promoting myself. I am your trusted real estate advisor for 40 years here in Southern California, a broker for about 25 years. give or take, and real estate agent for 40 years prior to that, and also a loan specialist for about 25 years here in Southern California. And I've owned businesses. I've owned 2 real estate offices and a loan office. Also have done a lot of bulk sales out of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac over the years. I've got over 3,000 transactions under my belt, give or take here or there, maybe a little bit more than that. I kind of lost count, quit counting a little while ago. I've been saying that one for a couple of years now. So, but, and so I've been around the tree a few times. Yes. I've been around when interest rates were 21% fixed rate coming out of the 1970s. Your president, Jimmy Carter, yes, the peanut farmer, Jimmy Carter, yes, and he had those interest rates way up there around 18 to 21% fixed rate interest. Reaganomics kicked in, Reagan kicked his butt, and Reaganomics kicked in. Man, those rates dropped down to 7%. Within a very short period of time, people started making money and buying houses and doing loans. And then the lending industry changed, and all heck broke loose because of President Clinton, which the ramifications of that we felt real hard in 2008. Okay, subprime blow up. That's another discussion. We'll talk at another time. Today, I want you to go to my, I have a hotline called 818-805-4400. 818-805-4400. You can call that 24/7 and leave your name, number. If I can help you in any kind of real estate matter, commercial, industrial, if I can help you in any kind of matter with single family residence, condos, townhouses, developments, permits, that kind of stuff. I am not an attorney. I don't practice law, but I will point you in the right direction if you need that. Also, we've been around the corner so much that we know all the ins and outs. A good real estate broker in your pocket is like having a rocket in your pocket, baby. That's right. Excuse me. Are you happy to see me, or is that just your real estate broker? Is this a lot? There's an old real estate joke. This guy walks into his office. This pretty little girl has just got her license, right? And she's sitting there at the office, and the guy's got the hat on, right? He's got the hat on, right? Got the hat on, right? And he's got the long coat. Man, I feel like a bubblehead here. He's got the hat on and he's got the long coat. And he goes, "Excuse me, ma'am." "Yes. Can you help me?" "Yes. I'm interested in real estate matters." "Yes." And he says, "Well, I just wanted to know, do you know everything about land?" And she says, "Yes, I do. I'm a new real estate agent, but I specialize in land." And he said, "Oh, well, that's great. So I wanted to know something really important." And she goes, "Well, can I help you, sir?" And so he's got this beautiful hat on and a long jacket because it's kind of raining. So he kind of turns around back to her and then he goes, "I just wanted to know," and he turns around, opens his jacket, and he goes, "Is this a lot or not?" That real estate joke is probably 100 years old plus 20. That's an old time real estate joke. And those old timers, when I first got in the business, boy, oh boy, oh boy, did they used to have some really racy, biting jokes. You can't have those things anymore because, get too much trouble. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to jump right at it right now. Today's show is going to revolve around a couple things. Go to 818-805-4400 and put your name down because I got a free report that I just put together, and these are some things that I had put together a while back. And I think one of the things that we have to do when we talk about buying a house for the first time, and what a lot of folks don't know, is we have to make sure that we get out of debt. Okay, and so I've got this report here. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, it's a report that I published a long time ago. Okay, look at this big, beautiful thing, right? 2 sides, right? You got to read upside down. All right, yeah. See, 2 sides. This was a free report that I send out, and I used to do that a lot, and I'm going to start doing that again because I know people love the internet, right? And they love the internet. And they love to read stuff online. But, it's really cool to get something in your hand, something tangible, right? Like this, right? It's really a cool thing. So this is a free report called Getting Out of Debt. Getting Out of Debt. the most important thing you can do in your life. And hey, man, I've had to get out of debt 3 times in my career, and I'm on that 4th time right now because I got myself in a little too much debt over the last 4 or 5 years. So I've got to get out of debt. And so, I'm using some of the strategies that I'm talking about here that you can get this free report called Getting Out of Debt, written by yours truly here. Yes, your published real estate writer, Jesse Terrero. And you like that hat? You see, that's like a cool hat, isn't it? Yes. All right. Well, okay. Do a lot of things when you have something tangible, So getting out of debt, really important. You got to get out of debt before you can buy anything. Before you can do anything in life, you got to get out of debt and keep yourself out of debt. And this report here, Getting Out of Debt, we'll talk a little bit about it as the day goes on here for the next hour or so. Getting out of debt. Remember, the first thing you got to do, the process of getting out of debt, and this is the first thing that many people make, assuming that once they're out of their current debt spiral, they somehow won't end up there in another way. Well, getting out of debt for a lot of people is like prisoners who get out of prison and within like a couple of months they're back in prison. Well, that's kind of what happens when people get out of debt. So one of the first things you got to do is when you get out of debt, stay out of debt. And that's I know it's a simple thing. But you don't really think about that. And so this report will tell you how to stay out of debt too, and it's real important. The 5 rules for good credit behavior, real simple, folks. We didn't learn this in school, and our parents didn't teach us this. And a lot of us who are a little bit older, on the top end of it, I'm the end of the baby boom generation. I was born 1960, so I'm the end of that generation. As we dissolve into the history of the world, and we're forgotten. Yes, the baby boomers are just about off the scene now. But anyhow, one of the most important things we never learned is that you got to pay your bills on time. I know it's like, duh, Jesse, yeah, duh. Okay, but yeah, this is really important stuff because I have seen, I say tens of thousands of credit reports and maybe tens of thousands of tax returns over the years because I process my own loans. I do loans. I help in that process, right? So I evaluate people's packages before we get them the ability to buy a house. I want to know what they can buy, and they got to know what they want to buy too. The only way you know what you can buy is to know how much you can buy, right? Makes sense, right? You know what you can buy when you know how much you can buy. And how much you can buy is based on your financial package. It's just that simple. One hand washes the other. So getting out of debt is really important, and having good behavioral habits. One of them is called paying your bills on time. All right. Number 2, paying down existing debt and pay more than the minimum whenever possible. So that's how you do it, folks. You pay down that existing debt. Okay, and then you pay it down as much as you can towards the debt. That's not the minimal payment. You pay a little bit more every month to get that debt down to nothing. Number 3 is keep debt levels down. Maintain a low proportion of balance or to credit limits. In other words, if you have, if you have massively good credit and you can get a $50,000 black card, from Visa or MasterCard or American Express or whatever, don't tack it out at $50K, only put 500 on it, 1,000. Do that kind of stuff. Keep it down because it escalates fast, man. Living that good life when you need that money escalates fast. I used to buy houses on credit cards. There was a time I could buy a house on a credit card. I could pull, $50,000 cash. And we're not talking ancient history. We're talking like 1980s. I bought 4 houses on credit cards. Yes. Didn't have any money, so I bought them on credit cards. And then what I did, there was a way that you could pay out those credit cards. It was called the Title I Home Improvement Loan. FHA used to have those. They don't have them anymore. This is an old school way. And what I do is I pull a Title I Home Improvement Loan on a property that I paid for that had, let's say, I pulled $50,000 a property back in the day, like 1983, 1984 here in California, which averages out about $500,000 or $600,000 now for that property. Well, that property in 1983, 1984 was about $40,000. Between $40,000 and $70,000. Yeah, it really exploded in the 1980s and 1990s, end of it in the 2000s. So that's where we've come. But I used to, pull $50,000 on a credit card, buy the house free and clear, right? Free and clear. So I could close it in like 10 days, really fast. Then get a renter in there, and and then I'd pull a Title I Home Improvement Loan on it for $50,000. Right. Then I'd pay off the $50,000. So essentially, I bought a house with nothing. I bought a house based on somebody else's money. OPM, man. Yeah, you can do it. And there's still ways to do that. You just kind of got to think out of the box a little bit. Totally legal. Anyhow, number 4, build better credit through banking. Open a savings account and borrow and repay in small amounts. Okay? Here, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit. Take your girl, take your guy, whatever, take them out, give them a little meal, give them little festivities, little entertainment, pay it off, get it up, pay it off, right? You do that, small increments, you build that credit up. And last, monitor your credit reports and correct any errors that come up, because let me tell you something, there's errors everywhere. So we're going to talk more about this free report, but you can get this from me. I'll mail it to you. Yeah, there's still such a thing called mail. That's right. It's called the post office. It still is in existence. Can you imagine? You can send a letter, a package in the mail, and this truck arrives at your house every day. This guy or girl walks in, actually opens that box that's in front of your house, right? Your apartment, and they put mail in there. Yeah. It's called the United States Post Office. It still works. It really does. It's kind of cool to get a mail, isn't it? You ought to write somebody a handwritten letter once in a while. Man, you talk about making an impact. A handwritten letter. When was the last time that you received or got a handwritten letter? Yes, I can't speak today. When was the last time that you got a handwritten letter from somebody? Is that cool or what? Would that be cool, like your best partner to write you a handwritten letter? Hey, man, what's happening? You know, I just wanted to write you this letter because I was like kicking it. I was looking here at the beach, just doing some surfing, man. And man, these girls are looking really good. Now, you got to be out here. How come you're not out here? Mail that letter to them. It'll freak them out. It'll freak them out. Anyway, I'll mail this to you free of charge. Getting out of debt, okay? But you got to call 818-805-4400 to get this, okay? There's a catch. There's a caveat. You got to call 818-805-4400 to get this, and leave me your name, number, and your someplace I can mail it to, or I can even maybe scan it and email it to you if you high-tech people want it done that way. I kind of like receiving the mail. But then you got to give me your email address and phone number so I can follow up to make sure that I got the right email, because sometimes I don't write what I hear. And so, I just got to make sure. So we got to have some communication here. Okay. So get out of debt, and this will help you. I'm telling you, you know how many people when I wrote this, I went to this company called Qmut, right? They were an upstart company in the 1980s, late 1980s, right? And I said, I want to write some stuff for you. If I write some stuff for you, will you publish it? And they said, yeah, we'll publish it. So I used to write articles and stuff for them. And then when the internet came around in the 1990s, they had like one of the first information websites. They're no longer in existence, this company. But I wrote for them all kinds of different things. And it would end up at different stores and some sort of stand. And I wrote for them. And I was a published writer for them. And so I also kept the rights to be able to send this stuff out. So yeah, I wrote this like almost 30 years ago, man. Like 25 years ago. It still holds. Man, you look, you don't have to hire anybody to get you out of debt. You can do it yourself. It's all right here. The plan is right here. It's right here. Right here. Right here, guys. Right here. It's right here. Okay? Just want you to know. Okay. All right, let's move on. All right, some things I wanted to talk about today, which I think are very, very interesting. Kind of real estate wise. We're going to keep it on the thing. But just a couple of interesting things. NASA today, they found some new real estate for us. I'm not talking about the moon, and I'm not talking about Mars. Can you imagine, remember that Damon movie, right? That Matt Damon? I always get that guy's name mixed up. Anyway, I got to do a red carpet, and he's going to be there, so I got to make sure I got everybody's name in my head. But anyway, Damon, he did that Martian movie last year, right? That was cool, right? But can you imagine, like, being on a new planet and that didn't have any laws? You can say, well, I have all the land from that peak to that peak, and from that peak to that peak as far as I can see, right? How cool would that be? Sort of like the natives were for tens of thousands of years. How cool would that be? Well, NASA found us 7 new pieces of real estate, and they're only 39 light years away. At 686,000 miles per second, that's the speed of light. Well, you can figure out how long it would take to get there. What you do is you multiply 686,000 miles per second times 60 seconds times 60 minutes, right? Times 24 hours times 162 hours, that's a week. And then you can figure out how long it will take you to go 39 light years away. Yes, very interesting, huh? But 7 pieces of real estate they found that they can monitor, and that's really actually in galactic time. That's in distance. That's kind of close. All right, that's like our closest neighbor. It's really cool. Anyhow, they all kind of shaped like Earth, and they think they're going to find some water out there. They think there's actually good because it's called the temporal zone, the zone that can support life as we know it, right? And so these planets out there are going to have, there's a couple of them of these 7, there's 2 or 3 of them that are very similar to Earth in terms of the temperature and the kind of atmosphere they think they have there. It's very exciting stuff. I mean, could you imagine planting your flag down and being like a real estate guru? Oh man, just let me go to the moon. Let me go to the moon and stake out my land. I forget that. I want to go to Mars and stake out my property. That's right. This is my property. Yes. That would be so cool. Really cool. Well, the reason why you should care, Poor's 34, it's real simple. Because real estate governs every part of our life. It governs everything that you do. It governs all that we are. Whether you live in an apartment or you live in a motorhome, whether you live in a condo or you live in a house, whether you have an island or you have 10 acres of land. Real estate governs everything in this universe that we know as normal. So it's kind of cool to think, hey, kind of futuristic stuff. Somebody's going to plant their seeds on Mars and the moon. Someone's going to start building some stuff there. And maybe in our lifetimes, we'll see it. So that'd be kind of cool. And it's all about real estate. He who owns the ground owns all. It's just that simple. There are more millionaires made in the United States of America through the adventures of real estate investing, purchasing and selling, developing and owning than anywhere else. It's that simple. So, that's the key. You have to understand, if you want to really get ahead in life in this country and anywhere on the planet Earth, just like any other celestial body, you have to understand real estate. And that's the cool thing about it. Talk about some real estate. Boy, the United States Navy and the military just sent 5 acres of American real estate into the South China Sea to keep those international waterways going. Because you see, once again, it's real estate. Aircraft carrier is property. It's like a property rights of the United States of America. It's a piece of real estate. 5 acres that float on the ocean. It's all about real estate. Everything is revolved around real estate. That's how important it is in terms of real estate in your life. And how you get to own something is really cool. It really is a simple process. And that's why getting out of debt is really important. And staying out of debt and building that credit. Because what happens is you really don't need that much. You just need a little bit, just a little bit, so you can buy your first place. And it may not be, something down in Beverly Hills, but it might be something that will lead to that at some point. Donald Sterling's a perfect example. Back in the 1950s, he bought a little triplex, 3 units in Westwood, before Westwood was really Westwood, before Wilshire was really Wilshire. I mean, in terms of the exorbitant prices it has gone to. So Donald Sterling, he bought a triplex. It was his first investment. Okay, when he got out of college, he bought a triplex. Okay, and he continued to buy. Now, a triplex means there's 3 doors, 1 door, 2 doors, and 3 doors that are paying you money every month. You see how real estate, Porsche 34 works? Man, if you had real estate under your belt, whatever it is that you do, if you had enough real estate under your belt paying you in a positive cash flow, you could stop doing whatever it is that you do. Or you could do whatever it is that you do because you like to do it only and you wouldn't have to do it for the money. See, that's the idea. It's called leverage. It's called leveraging what you already have into something that you want to get. But you have to do it in a smart way. Now, I've been up and down, and I'm going back up again. Yes, up all the way, down all the way, up all the way, down all the way. Why did I go up and come down because I made mistakes. And then I learned. And then I made mistakes. And then I've learned. And hopefully there will be no more mistakes. Okay? But you see, real estate is very important. And so, in that respect, that's what you got to do. You got to develop something. So Donald Sterling is a perfect example of this. He had a little triplex in Westwood, okay? And he bought that. And he expanded into a fourplex. He was able to redevelop it and add another unit to it. Fourplex, that's 4 units, 4 doors paying him back in the 1950s. And so what happened is he then bought another one. And then he bought another one. And then he bought another one and another one and another one and another one and a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one and another one and a bigger one and a bigger one and another one and a bigger one and a bigger one. Then he bought the Clippers. And he bought the hockey team, the Kings. And then he bought several other sports franchises. Yes, he was one of the primary investors in the Galaxy when they first came around. So he bought and bought and bought and bought some more, bought some more. And the guy's like 90 years old now, right? He's a multi-billionaire. In fact, in the state of California, Donald Sterling, this is going to blow you away. Donald Sterling, with a very simple formula, Donald Sterling, right, now has 50,000 doors that pay him every month. 50,000 throughout the whole state of California. He is the #1 guy of rental real estate, multi-rental real estate, multiple residential real estate. He owns the original one he still owns. Yeah, he's never sold anything that I know of. He owns complexes that have 500 doors. 800 doors paying him, 20 doors, 17 doors, 600 doors. The guy has 50,000 doors that pay him every month. Now you go figure, let's just give it state of California average rent from the north to the south, from the east to the west in the state of California. The average rent is what? Would you say, let's take Southern California out because Southern California is like the average rent is $2,200 a month. $1,800 to $22 a month for anything. I mean, you're talking unless you live in someone's converted garage that's about ready to fall down and fall apart and catch on fire for $300, $400, $500, $600, or $700 a month with roaches and rats. Okay, you're going to spend about $1,800 a month, give or take. If you want to live in a decent neighborhood, and we're talking 2-bedroom, 1 bath, maybe 700 or 800 square foot. Okay, so now, can you imagine? But let's chop that in half, just for our circumstance of discussion. Because not everywhere in California is as expensive here, okay? So let's say $500 a month. $500. Well, you multiply $500 times 50,000 doors every month, okay? $500 times 50,000 doors. Hey, I got my trusty calculator. You know how old this calculator is? This calculator has got to be 30 years old. I still use it. Look at it. It's all wore out. Man, I'm still banging away at this thing. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to show you what Donald Sterling makes a month. Ready? All right. Can you see that number? That's that right there. That's 25. Can you see that number, guys? Right there, right? Facebook.com/Jesse Terrero. And Facebook.com/The Power of Voices, and YouTube, The Power of Voices. Instagram Live. Can you see that number, guys? That's what Donald Trump makes every month. $25 million a month. Gross. What? Yeah. You multiply that times 12 months. It's billions. The guy makes like $3 billion a year. Gross. And he started with 3 or 4 units. Amazing stuff, huh? That's the truth. Yeah, you've entered the world according to Torero. You're getting straight on the point. It's Real Estate Wednesday here in Southern California. So more on how to get out of debt. That's why we got to get out of debt so you can become the next Donald Trump. You know, the debt basics, debt is money that you owe to somebody else, a creditor, right? And the banks or other financial institutions that lend you that money. So when you take out a loan, you owe the creditor the amount of money plus interest. That's the thing. Interest is charged at a particular interest rate or an annual percentage rate. When you hear the TV commercials say APR, which is a percentage of the original amount of the loan or the existing loan balance. It's that simple. Many loans also have a term, a fixed time frame in which you repay the principal, the original amount borrowed in full. For example, a $1,000 loan with a 5% APR and a 5-year term requires you to pay the creditor $50 a month in interest annual for a period of 5 years, and your loan is paid off. Now, that's how that works. Now, we all say, oh, yeah. But did you know that? See, this report is really important. I'll give it to you for free. It teaches you about the things that you only hear about. And this is what the Donald Trumps of the world knew at a very young age. This is why they understood how it works. And it hasn't changed. It's the same. Okay. I want to talk about some properties that you can buy right now. I was just doing some research today because, you see, I've got a client I'm looking for some property for. I've got 4 clients I'm looking for property for. And I thought this would be kind of cool. We haven't done this in a while. So you say, well, things are too expensive for me, Jesse T. I said, no, they aren't. If you are out of debt at 818-805-4400 or facebook.com/Jesse Torero broker, send this report to you free. And I help you get out of debt. Well, you could buy one of these houses with no money down. Yeah, right. Out of debt, no money down. Out of debt, no money down. In debt, money down. In debt, money down. Out of debt, no money down. You get it? Okay. All right. We made that correlation. Oh, what does Anthony Davis says? Well, he says, Anthony Davis says, you could do like my family does. We own about 140 acres of land, and we lease it out to the surrounding landowners so they can put their cattle on it. Absolutely right. I do too in Wyoming. So you lease it out, especially if you have water rights, especially if you have running water. Okay? If you have that kind of water rights and you got grazing land, you lease it out and make some money because the land has got to make something. So it grows naturally. So the cow's got to eat something. So that's another way. See, there's lots of ways when you have something. But in order to get something, you've got to be out of debt or have manageable debt. Okay, check it out. Right now in Los Angeles, I've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's 1,026 square feet. 1,026 square feet for $345. Now you say, oh my God, $345,000. If you're listening in Ohio, yeah, this is knocking you out in Memphis, Tennessee. But not in Los Angeles. $345,000 is like bottom end of the barrel. It's like the beginning, first-time home buyers. But check it out. I can get you in that house for as little as 3% down. That's only about $9,000. That's a couple of cars you got sitting in your backyard, right? So if you don't have any debt and your credit's decent, like 640 or better on the FICO score, that's a rating system that we all have. If you have a FICO score of 640 or better, I can get you a house for about 3.5% down. And then what you do is you put a renter in there. Section 8 it out, man. Get that money sent to your account directly. That's one angle. All right? Right. Starting to click. There's another house that I've got for sale, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath in Los Angeles. This one's even better. $244,000. These are for sale right now at this moment. Because I've been looking. I'm looking for a client. And these houses I have for sale right now. If you said, Jesse, I'd say, let's get you pre-approved for a loan. Let's get your credit check. Let's solve those problems. Give me your paperwork. Let's get you approved for the money. Let's get that money, honey, in your hand from the bank, ready to go. Now, they're not going to put it in your hand, but they're going to tell you, you're ready to go. Go find a property. You're going to know how much you can buy, and that'll tell you where you can buy. Got it? How much tells you where. All right? And anywhere is better than nowhere because a little bit of something is a whole lot better than a whole bunch of nothing. Does that make sense? Yeah. Hey, Diana Duff just joined. Also, RS Short 3543. We are on the Jesse T Show. The Brown Beauty is on duty. That's right. We're talking real estate. It's Real Estate Wednesday. Real estate and loans and jobs and finance and business. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about getting out of debt at 818-805-4400. I'll send this free report to you guys. Hey, all you got to do is call and let me know how to send it to you. That's it. I wrote this like 25 years ago. Really? It's crazy, you know? And I'll send this to you, right? I've been doing this stuff for a long time. All right. In fact, I've been in debt 3 times and I've had to get out. Well, actually, I'm getting out my 3rd time right now in 30 years. I've had no debt and then massive debt and then no debt and massive debt and no debt. And now I'm getting out of my massive debt. Okay. Hey, that's life, right? Diana Duff, Jesse, very educated information you provide along with your, along with my itch. Yes, I got an itch for it, baby. It's like Christopher Walken on Saturday Night Live. Hey, the cowbell. You got to give me the cowbell. Give me the cowbell, baby. The cowbell. The cowbell. I'm getting his voice now. The cowbell. I got the itch. I got the itch for you. The itch for you. That's right. Okay, so check it out. Right now, I can find you a house right now. I got it for sale right now at this moment. A 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on a nice piece of lot, 5,000 square feet for $314,000. That's just the asking price. Okay? Cool stuff, man. I'm telling you. Like that one I talked about, maybe I didn't. I got a 3 and 2, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,120 square feet with a 1-car garage. That means the garage is attached to the house and we can open up the door in the living room, the wall, and make a master bedroom out of that 1-car garage, put a carport out front, increase the value of that. It doesn't take that much money to do that. I help you through the permit process. How do I know? Because I know all those cats down there in LA. Okay? So what we do is now you got a 4-bedroom house and a couple of bathrooms. You just increase the value. Flip it, flop it, flope it. See? You don't got to watch TV and go to a big seminar. You just got to come to me, Jesse T. I'm going to put you straight on the point because you're entered the world according to, boom, Torero. Got another one for you. How about this one? You're going to like this one better. A 2-bedroom, 1-bath on almost 6,000 square feet of land, almost 1,000 square feet with a 2-car garage attached, and it's only $297 in Los Angeles. That's cheap, guys. That's cheap. $297 when the average price for a house in LA is $500 to $600 now. That's cheap. You flip that baby. You move in there for a couple of years. Watch that equity explode. We're going to talk about that in just a few seconds. I'm telling you, man. I'm showing you the light. The light. Do you see the light? The light to wealth is real estate and loans and understanding how to get out of, everybody, debt. Get out of 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 debt. Out of debt. Out of debt, out of debt. No matter what you do, you got to get out of debt. And I got this free report for you. Jesse T. That's right. In the place to be. Jesse Torero. Right. Facebook.com/Jesse Torero broker. 818-805-4400. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I've done this so many times for people over and over and over. It's like clockwork. Okay? That's how Donald Sterling started. I want you to be the next Donald Sterling. And then I just want a job. You know, I'll wash your Mercedes or your Mach. I'll wash your Bugatti, okay? I just want a job when I'm 80 years old and bumbling and stumbling all over my shirt and my teeth fall out. All right, seriously. I got another great property for you. I think it's great. I got pages of this stuff. I'm going to show this stuff this weekend to my client, right? How about this one? This one is really cool. Are you ready? I'm going to knock your socks off. That's right. I got a property for sale right in the San Fernando Valley. In the San Fernando Valley. Orale, pues ese. Orale, the San Fernando Valley, man. That's where I grew up. Yes, this Spanish, Mexican, Italian, German, French, Irish Scotsman right here, right? Yeah, I'm your typical American mutt, right? That's why I can talk crap about every race because I'm just about every race, all right? So, hey, 3-bedroom, 2-bath on a huge lot. Huge lot for Los Angeles. 8,300 square foot lot. That's a big lot, man. That's a big lot, okay? Right? $205,000 right now. Yeah, that guy's speeding out right now. He just ripped out of the parking lot on that motorcycle. He's going out to check it out. Did you hear him go? Like a bat out of hell. All right, so seriously, $205,000. Come on now. You could do this. You could do this. It's really not that hard. It just takes something that's called get out of debt, persistence, understanding. Okay? Got another one in the San Fernando Valley. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1,900 square foot house. That's a huge house. That's bigger than my house. So I don't live in a huge giant palace. I just live like you, man. That's all. I'm just like you. That's it. You know, I drive a little Chevy. Yeah, why not? Why do I have to drive anything else? So, you know, that's the way it is. Hey, $300,000. You could flip that in Reseda. Oh my goodness. 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, almost 2,000 square feet and a 5,900 square foot lot. That thing right now, $300,000, you go in there, do a little fix up and repair. That's the one I want to sell them. Okay. That thing right now, that one right there, I could turn that for $425. It means you make 125 G's. G? Yeah. I'm telling you, that's how it works. Of course, one of the things we do have here in Los Angeles, we have a major traffic congestion problem. It's just horrible. It's just driving me insane too. Or, the reason why I said that is because talk about real estate. There's not enough real estate called freeways for cars. It's insanity. We are the worst traffic jammed up place in the world today. Did you know that? The average person spends 104 hours a year stuck in traffic. That's 104 hours of your wasted life stuck in traffic. Horrible. So I can take you down, and Warren Buffett is selling one of his properties in Laguna Beach. Now this is really cool, and I'm marketing this one too. This property in Laguna Beach that Warren Buffett is selling, he bought this for $150,000 way back when I was 11 years old in 1971. And it's behind a gated community. It wasn't gated then in 1971. It became gated afterwards. Now, he bought this at $150,000 way back in 1971. And he wants to sell it now. Buffett's wife passed away in 2004, and that was one of her favorite houses because it was right by the beach. And since then, this house has kind of waned. You know, he sold the second house that he had right next to it in 2005. But like he's 86, and he mainly lives in Omaha, Nebraska now. He doesn't come to LA that much, right? So, but this thing in Laguna Beach, man, when he bought that house, he had a direct walk to Laguna Beach, right out to the ocean, right? All right, there's one layer of houses in front of him now, and then you're out to the ocean. Okay, so here you go. Check it out. It's $11 million now. So I want to sell that to you. $11 million. I can arrange the financing. You got the money. We can get it done. I got the banks that'll do it. So $11 million. That's not too expensive to have a Warren Buffett house. Forever and ever and ever, you can say, I live where Warren Buffett lived. Well, how cool would that be? Yeah, you talk about a pride booster, huh? Man, it's a nice neighborhood too. I haven't seen the house. I just saw the pictures and satellite shot of it. One of my buddies has the listing. He handles a lot of beach property down there. And he reached out to me and he said, hey, I got Warren Buffett's house for sale. I said, cool. So it's $11 million. So it's kind of neat. So I can do that for you if you want that. See, we cover the whole gamut here. All right. So, all right. Now, a couple of things. We got stuck on real estate and kind of the do's and don'ts of credit. But I want to tell you about a job. There's a great company right now that's looking for people that want to work. Okay? So if you want to work, I'm going to bounce a lot of stuff by you right now as we getting close to the end of the Jesse T Show and the real estate show on Wednesdays here, where we talk about real estate, loans, business, economics, finance, and how to get a job. The Miller Brewing Company, and there's a couple of them around here in Southern California. The Miller Brewing Company. You get online right now, go to the Miller Brewing Company HR department, and you apply for a job between $1,300 and $1,500 a week. Okay, do you know what kind of money that is? I'm going to tell you right now. At $1,300 a week times 52 weeks, trusty calculator, right? That's $67,600 a year full-time with full-time benefits. That's starting pay. $1,300 to $1,500, okay? That Miller Brewing Company, Miller High Life, you know Miller High Life, the beer company, right? You got to get a job there. That is the job, hot job, and I got a job for you today, okay? That's a job for you today. You can go down there, get in the application process, and make it happen. That's right. You can do that right now as we speak. There's no reason for you not to get a job, okay? Unless you're an illegal immigrant, then you need to go back home, wherever you're from. But that's a political statement. I can't help it sometimes. I can't help it being me, Jesse T. What can I tell you? All right, so Miller High Life has got a job for you. So go get on top of it, okay? Make it happen for yourself. In terms of investing, real quick, the Vanguard company. Now, I'm not an investment guru. I'm not licensed as an investment guru. I'm licensed as a real estate broker and a loan specialist, but you know, it all runs hands in hand. And I like to talk about it from a point of view of, editorial commentary, journalism. But the Vanguard industry is the best place to invest for long term. Sort of like a fixed rate loan, these things that are called index funds. And you want to invest in those because they're very conservative. Over the last 30 years, they have outpaced what is called traded funds, or funds that you have to work actively traded stock and funds. That means that you have a broker or a hedge fund professional actively trading your money. Okay, these index funds, sort of like a fixed rate, you buy it, it plots, and over the last 30 years, it has outpaced the actively managed stock portfolios. I mean, somebody's managing it by 70%. By 70%. So Vanguard is a good thing to look into. Check in with your specialist that understands that kind of stuff. Okay. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae just took a hit because they lost a court case. Actually, the government won a court case, and Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae and the hedge fund conglomerates that got together to sue Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to try to get some money from them. They, from the investment point, they lost the case. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae won the case, so their stock portfolio went down a little bit, about 30%. It's a good time to buy. Good time to buy Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, because when Trump became president, right, it went up 90%. So it's come down 30. It means it's still at 60. So now you got room to play. So, check into that one there for yourself as well. Get really pissed off at Dianne Frankenstein. Yes, our senator to the United States Senate. Dianne Frankenstein and her husband, Igor Frankenstein. I mean, he looks like a Frankenstein because we call it the corruptifornia, right? Corruptifornia. Yeah, guess what? Corruption runs amok. It runs amok, okay? It runs amok in the you-know-what, okay? All right, so her husband, Dianne Frankenstein's husband, Igor Frankenstein, that's what I call him now, because he kind of looks like a Frankenstein. He really does. Look at a picture of him. Check him out on Google. They just got the $1 billion high-speed rail that's supposed to go really fast, like 200 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour or something. But yet it's not going to go really fast. It's going to go really slow because every town it goes into is going to use the regular tracks that are out there. So when it goes through the major cities, it's going to slow down to slower than the metro train does here in Los Angeles. So it's a high-speed rail into low-speed technology, right? Oh, $1 billion. And you can thank Governor Jerry Ass Brown for that. I just want to give him a jab. J-A-S. Boom! Jerry Ass Brown. Okay. Yeah, Dianne Frankenstein, major corruption there, I would say. Wouldn't you say? I certainly would say. Okay, so the Jesse T Show. Every Wednesday right here, what we do is we talk about real estate. Okay? That's what we do. We talk about loans. We talk about a little business, little finance, little economics, a little bit of controversial stuff, real estate of all kinds. Get out of debt. It's real important. Getting out of debt is real important. Why do you need to get out of debt? Not everyone who has debt needs to get out of debt. It's true. I've been in debt for a little while, and I haven't had a need to get out of debt. But now I do have a need to get out of debt, so I'm going to get out of debt. So that's how it is. For example, you can make your mortgage and car payments and still pay off your credit cards in full every month. You might not need to get out of debt. In short, if you can make timely payments on your good debts and pay off your bad debts in full, you most likely don't need to use the management strategies that I've put together in this guide for you. Okay? Consumer debts, there's tax debts, there's collateral debt, there's long-term debt. So debt is really important to understand. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Non-consumer debts are often described as good debt because of their low interest rates, tax advantages, and collateral that trends to appreciate in value. In contrast, consumer debts are considered bad debts because they have high interest rates, no tax advantages, and use no collateral to secure the loan. So there's lots of little tidbits of information here that you can teach your children. In fact, there's a book that I want you to check out. It's a book that's online, and it'll teach your little ones how to become professional investors even when they are youngsters. Okay? And I posted this book up on facebook.com/Jesse Terrero, and I'd like you to check it out because I think it's a great book, and it'll also teach you how to invest as well, because we didn't learn this stuff. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. None of us learned this stuff. We learned how to manage our money by our parents, and if our parents weren't too good at it, then we weren't too good at it. But there's a great book. I'm trying to find it right now before the show ends so I can tell you about it. I want to post up on that and let you know about this terrific book that I think you need to get into. Go to the facebook.com/Jesse Terrero broker site and check out some of the cool things I've got there. I think I got this book. I'll have to put it on the facebook.com. It's a nice little child's book. And it's a terrific, as small as 5-year-olds, how to start managing money. It's really important. When's the best time to start saving and making money? Saving? Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. I don't care if you're 5 or 95. Right now. Okay? Got to do it. Don't be like me. I didn't invest enough money. Invested a lot, but then I lost a lot, and then made a lot, then lost a lot, then made a lot, then lost a lot. Now I'm on the other end of making a lot. And now I'm not going to lose this time. No more. You learn the hard way. I'm trying to help you out so you don't have to learn the hard way. Learn from my mistakes. Hey, I'm not proud of them. What can I say? I'm me, Jesse T. There's a couple other things. Elon Musk talks about 8 books that he learned to read, that he read, that helped him become the business guru he is. So check out that. You can get that online too as well. So, we talk about a lot of things on the Jesse T Show here on Real Estate Wednesday. Primarily, of course, we talk about debt, and we talk about loans, and we talk about finding property, and we talk about selling, and we talk about, don't make 7 mistakes, guys. If you're selling your house, there are 7 deadly mistakes that can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Hit me up at 818-805-4400. I'll let you know what those 7 mistakes are. I'll send out. I got another report to send you. I got so many reports. I got reports coming out of my ears. Okay? These are just things that I've written over the last years, the last decades of being in this business. Your trusted real estate advisor for over 40 years here and loan specialist here in Southern California. Been doing it a long time. Love to share my information with you. And if I don't know something, I'll find out what that something is that I don't know, and then I'll report to you what I find out. And of course, hey, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a real estate broker and a loan specialist. That's what I do. But it kind of all runs hand in hand, doesn't it? So I talk about it, but if you need to seek out really personal advice about what you're doing, you need to go to the professionals that are licensed here in the state of California to be able to take care of those needs for you. All right? Okay, so we covered a lot today as I'm rambling along here. As we come to the end of the Jesse T Show. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we got a couple of guests checking in. That's right. We've got a couple of cool guests checking in. I just got notification. A great, terrific actress. She's checking in. And she's got 2 new films coming out. And let me tell you her names because I want you to look her up on IMDb before we go. And then on Friday, we've got a Magic Castle magician checking in. That's right. She's a magician at the Magic Castle, and hopefully she's going to make me disappear. That's. I just turned my phone on. No one's calling me again.
Is it going to make you disappear right now?
Yeah, T-Mobile. I like them. They're a pain in my keister, but that's okay. So let's see here. Let me check out a couple of guests that are coming in here. We just booked them up here on Friday. On Thursday.
Ground control to Major
Come on. All right. On Thursday, we've got, and I've known her for some time. She's terrific, but there was something here that her public relations guy had sent me here, and I wanted to check it out here. No. Okay. All right. Vita Ghaffari. She's been around town for about 10 years, and she's done a lot of stuff. Check her out on IMDb. She's got 2 movies coming out. She's a terrific actress, Vita Ghaffari, and she's really starting to go up the charts real fast in the world of acting. She's moving up the channels real quick, and she's got 2 movies coming out, one in March and one in April. One of the movies that I believe is coming out is called Holy Terror, and there's a trailer. It's a horror movie, and I'm going to be posting that up on the website. Also, Jocelyn Liu is checking in on Friday. We're confirming that up. She is an actress and a model, but more importantly, which is really cool, and I'm excited about this, I'm going to get a chance to interview a magician. Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I love magic. You know, guys, if you wanna like have a good introduction to the ladies out there, single guys, learn 6 magic tricks. 6 magic tricks. Up close, hand in front, hand magic tricks. Learn 6, and you will score all the time. Yes. Double your pleasure, double your fun. I learned 3 magic tricks really well when I was a single guy way back when. Yes, that's right. Not 6, but 3. That's all I needed. You might need 6. It amazes people. People just go, how'd you do that? And don't ever tell them. Don't ever tell them. Okay. Well, Lee's got me. I think he probably took me off the air already. Lee, am I on still?
It's 6:04.
Okay. Well, I'm still on over here, so.
I played your music, but you obviously could not hear it.
Well, that's okay. So I'm already off the air, but I'm still on the air on Instagram and Facebook.com/Jesse Torero.
Yeah, you're still on the air on Facebook, but not on the Power Voice.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. And I really appreciate you playing my music that I couldn't hear.
Well, you obviously had something not plugged up properly.
Oh, yeah.
I was even talking to you.
You know what I had plugged up? You know something? You know what I had plugged up? I had to switch on record instead of play. And I know that doesn't mean anything, but there's 2 great things that you have to learn as you grow up as an adult. 1, you need to learn to blame the other guy. That's
obviously was at school on that day.
That's number 1. Okay. Number 2, you need to know about the 10-minute rule. Okay? The 10-minute rule and blame the other guy, they work hand in hand. It's just great.
I know about that one as well.
All right, man. Well, I'm still rambling on. I would have talked for the next 40 days and 40 nights.
Okay, good. I'm going to dinner.
Good night. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. The Brown Beauty's off duty. See ya.